I'm doing it for my daughter.
We got Nick Navati with the 15 Canadian. Do you have what you need in MTL? If not, hit me up. I'm your guy and I'm unbeatable right now. Just
What's MTL?
Canada, the region that
Hey, come closer here. Yeah, just a better audio.
The region that you were
Montreal.
MTL. Yeah, he's in MTL.
The reason we needed help in Montreal is because there's a company that's headquartered there called Grass Valley, and we already had somebody go and ask. Grass Valley, I think, bought the Thompson Camera Company, which is 40 years ago, so nobody that works there would be still there. But it's one lead on a camera that we were trying to acquire, which was the Thompson HD 1250 Lite, or any HD Thompson, any HD tube camera of any variety. But that was one that we were hoping to maybe track down.
HD tube cameras, I'm guessing, were like, they were kind of like in between two eras, and they were probably only there for a couple of years, right?
At the end of the tube camera era, the beginning of the CCD era, there was a little overlap there between SD and HD.
Yeah.
And there were like 4 that I know of cameras made that are both HD and use vacuum tubes to pick up the image. This is a Sony HDC 300, which the reason we want this is because the image characteristic is very organic and has a warmth to it, and has a it also does comet tails on highlights. It just looks fucking unbelievable.
This is cool.
And part of that is probably because this was transferred to HD, not HD, but 1-inch tape. So it's from a tape. That has something to do with it too. But everybody will say, oh, you can get this look with the filters or with a computer. You cannot, okay? The distance between a synthetic computer look and what this does to an image, it's just so far, it's impossible. You shouldn't even try. You'll make something that looks like garbage, and I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear people say, I can make something that looks like that. You can't, okay?
This is crazy.
This is some of the craziest imagery that I've ever seen, and it's not there's a girl's face. It's not that the colors are saturated or something. It's like like if he was filming a tomato, if he was filming a pile of like dog shit, it would be the same thing. There's something happening. There's some sort of the transformation from reality to the image that we're looking at. Something is happening there that is like I don't know how to describe it. I don't know what you would say. But it's not the content. It's not this ocean. It's not this girl. This is CGI, so this is not what we're talking about here. I don't know what that is. This specifically, even she knows. Okay, this is fucking nuts.
Yeah, this is awesome. Are there any leads to get a camera like this?
There's one guy that's going around Japan to NHK Broadcasting Studios, which is the NHK commissioned, I think, the creation of this camera.
Oh, that trail on the highlights. I
yeah,
just
man.
Saw it. Holy shit.
Yeah.
I hope it's picking up in good detail on the stream, but this is.
You could look up Sony Metamorphosis if you want to see what we're looking at here.
Again.
Without Are we lost again? Fuckers.
Are we?
Maybe. I tried watching a YouTube video at the same time that we're streaming. It was too complicated. It broke the server.
It's just lagging a bit.
It's just lagging. I mean, it's because we're watching in 4K. The internet's so busted here. I'll put it in, let's see if HD is okay. It's playing at 4K 60, that might be why. But, the thing about these is you can even tell with low resolution, like you don't have to watch it at 4K to be able to see what's going on here.
I got it open on my phone. It's just like low frame rate.
It's just low frame rate?
Yeah.
Can they still hear the audio?
Yes. But it's probably also laggy. Let me just check.
Sony Metamorphosis if you want to see.
No, the audio's fine.
Yeah. Look at this, look at this. The perfume bottles.
Yeah, it's working. It's working. We're good. So Japan is elite?
Yeah, some guys looking around Japan. And there's just something about this where it's like new stuff that's shot on new cameras where it's like super realistic. It has like an uncanny valley kind of effect. Like the RE large format sensors, like there's just nothing that looks good. The old cameras that are readily available, the standard def tube cameras, they're too vintage. It looks like an effect. This type of stuff, with the exception of the Comet Tails, you wouldn't be able to, like, you'd look at it and you could tell something's up with it, but you wouldn't necessarily be able to tell that it was made with a vintage camera.
Yeah.
This is...
before you go on, I want to catch up on Donuts. I'm sure a couple got lost there. It's my fault, not Sam's. And then we got Live Fast Die Pauly. Sam, how do you feel about the 3CCD cameras? Similar thing.
I love 3CCD. We shot the Ecstasy of Car Bicycle episode is from a Sony F35, but CCDs are awesome. I love them.
We're all caught up.
All right, cool. This is shot in an Ikegami HL79, which is a standard def tube camera, and I think it looks beautiful, but it's also so dated that if you saw a comedy sketch filmed with this, you'd think that it was a retro effect. It doesn't matter if that it is a practical, like a real retro effect. You'd be so aware of the gimmick of it that you wouldn't be able to get into the sketch. You know what I mean? Yeah. The thing I was talking about with Nick on the podcast just now is that, like, well, going after aesthetics and like a beautiful thing on their own, it's like you can go overboard in that pursuit if depending on what it is that you're trying to do. Oh, we got to do a 15-second ad here for Fortnite. Why does Fortnite need to do ads? Aren't enough people playing this piece of shit? So like this camera. So never mind the fact that the bitrate here is totally destroyed, and this is a YouTube video that's been like re-uploaded infinity times and is 144p. Like, you have to imagine, in your mind's eye, you have to picture that this is like HD, right? Yeah. But even so, if you do that, you can just tell that this camera is like shit. Yeah. Like, it's totally, everything is crushed. There's probably no detail in the blacks. There's like no like the skin tones look kind of weird. Like, it's, and I should find HD footage from a camcorder that's similar to this. But the point is, though, like, if you see this, it instantly registers as a comedy sketch in your mind. Like, and we're talking about the imaginary version of this that's HD. When you see footage like this, your mind is like primed and ready to accept comedy, because you know that you're about to watch a sketch when you see video that looks like this.
That's true.
So one of the cameras that we're going to shoot World Peace 2 on is the XL-H1, which is a we're going to shoot stuff that looks like this, and not 16:9. So it'll be cropped. So you'll have part of this will be off to the side. I can't do it in the OBS thing, but like, you got to put up a 4:3 crop there, and I mean, this guy's camera work is like fucked. This right here, okay. Like, that's a 3CCD. That's the look of 3CCD right there. Always Sunny was shot on a DVX 100, and it's like, Always Sunny might be like the perfect ultimate look in this vein that we're talking about. Season 1 and season 2, I think. I don't know if they did more. Come on, fuckers. Like this right here, that's an incredible look. because it's so you have so much access to the scene. Like there's so little standing in the way of you and the funny thing that's happening. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Some of these old cameras are really pretty interesting.
I hope we can get a hold of that the camera you're trying to hunt down.
I hope so too.
The HD tube camera.
There's it's the Sony HDC 100, HDC 300, or the Thompson HD 1250 Lite. Those are the ones that I know of. I don't know if they made
If anybody has any leads.
other ones, but yeah, it's pretty unobtainably rare.